Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky SC. Through this cave mouth is Ragnard, and I think we're ready. Let's go. And so our job is to distract and pacify Ragnard enough for Agate to get one more hit in on the gospel. So, this is Ragnard. And after all that build-up, and Ragnard being an ancient legendary dragon, here's the thing. I don't want to speak too soon and end up jinxing this, but I actually consider Ragnard to be one of the easiest bosses in the game, if not the easiest. He's really big, so you can hit him from pretty much anywhere, and he tends to go down to chain attacks quite easily. He really does not like chain crafts. So, I'm going to go ahead and set up La Fort here, because I definitely want the strength buff. As for Agate, let's see. Actually, Clock Up could be useful too, as well as Clock Down on Ragnard. For now, I think Agate's actually just going to stay where he is. I really want him to get that buff. Okay, I think I know what he's doing here. No, he's just moving. Okay. Now, there's one really annoying thing about the Ragnard fight. He's so enormous that he can quite easily block your camera. However, there's one thing about this game's battle system that I've never shown until now, for a very deliberate reason. I wanted to show it for the first time in this fight. You can rotate the camera during battle, in exactly the same way that you can rotate it on the field. I never realized this in my first playthrough until this fight, and this fight is arguably the only point in the entire game where it's actually useful. I'm not going to be rotating the camera much in other fights, because I just find it's kind of awkward and it makes it easy to kind of get confused as to where you are on the grid. But in this fight, it's very useful because otherwise, yeah, you have his giant fat body blocking off a lot of the camera. Okay, so Tita... I think for now, Tita will just hit it. Basically, I want Clock Down on this thing, I want La Fort on all of us, and then we can start going to town. I do like the sheer size of this guy, though. It just really just... It gives you a feeling of the sheer power that he, well, is supposed to have in story, but in practice doesn't really have. And now chain crafts. This is why I like to have everyone start close together. It's easy to get 3-tiered chain crafts like this off. So that's a pretty solid 1,500 damage right there. Okay, yeah, pretty much a single solid hit there. He is not immune to strength and defense debuff, so comfort can be useful as well. I honestly kind of want to heal Chloe a bit here, but I'm also very tempted to get damage in. But no, I wanna not take the risk. We've got plenty of time for damage. Okay, he's using his wings flapping. This blows you quite far away from him. But he's just so big. Like, yeah, I can hit him from all the way over here, and it still doesn't even have very good movement quartz equipped, so... Okay, my chains can't quite reach him from here, unfortunately, but I can go for, yeah, Love Forward is a slightly higher strength buff than Morale. It's 25% as compared to 20%, so that's why I'm going for it. Let's just hit him with a True Comet. Yeah, wow, that's quite a lot of damage from one attack. I still think he's out of range of chain crafts, though. Yeah, he is, unfortunately. But I can at least Dragoona Edge him. See, as you can see, when he's properly debuffed and you're properly buffed, he really takes quite a lot of damage from your attacks. It's not that hard to chip away at his health. Okay, unfortunately, Teddy's going to have to move a little closer here. And I do want to keep an eye on his debuffs and our buffs and make sure they don't end prematurely. Yeah, nice crit turn there. That would have also been a Death Blow proc, but obviously Death Blow's not going to work on this guy. And he's just moving. And if he lands on you, he does do a pretty solid amount of damage to everyone in a wide area, but it's really not the worst thing in the world, especially with Tita being able to heal when she can. I could go for Clock Up EX. Do I just go for straight damage, or do I go for Clock Up EX on Agate? That is the question. I think I'll go for Clock Up EX on Agate for now, and I'm going to need to rotate the camera again. And here I think I'm going to... I sort of want... See, here's the thing, that's going to push Tita's turn back quite a bit, but... I want to see how much damage this does with his defense debuffed. Oh, his defense isn't debuffed anymore. I was just realizing that. I was like, oh, okay, that was doing exactly the same as before, and that's because his debuff wore off, because Comfort doesn't actually last for very long. Okay, you're just going to blow us away again. That's fine. He can breathe fire on you as well, but... Overall, yeah, this guy's not that big of a deal. Just in case that wears off soon, I'm going to go for this again. And speaking of things wearing off soon, I'll put Clock down on him again, just in case. This is probably the one fight in the game that I think fits this theme the most. I really like the use of this song here. It definitely suits Ragnard. That's not good. Chloe going down there, but... Well, I guess I'm S-crafting. I was thinking that I could rotate the camera in battle with the right analog stick like you can in the field. I can't, because I have the right stick assigned to S-crafts. I need to remember that. But I also need to remember, Vital Cannon 2, 3,500 HP healing in an area. This is actually very, very good. And you want to learn that before this fight, for obvious reasons. Agate's getting another turn. I'm going to... No, I have Refresh Jellies. Refresh Jellies are definitely enough for my uses here. And I get another turn immediately because he's been clocked down and I've been clock upped. Unfortunately, his defense is not down right now, which is a bit of a problem, but I think I'll just straight up attack with Estelle here. And then Agate will go for, he can't actually go for the chain yet, so he'll just also straight up attack. Clock up EX or just some arts damage maybe. Maybe some arts damage is a good idea. What are you going for here? You're going for more wing flapping. He's not really attacking us all that much. Maybe he's instinctively trying to fight against the Gospel's control. Okay, I'm gonna grab this with the Steel. Not gonna waste this crit turn. Because that's a lot of damage. And Ragnard is incapable of healing himself at all, so... Really, like I said, this fight is actually pretty easy. Okay, there's the Fire Breath. Does have pretty wide range on it, but with Tita's area attacks, it's quite easy to keep healed afterwards. Ragnard has one more attack as well that he hasn't shown yet, but I'm not sure if he's at the right HP threshold to use it. No, I'm 1 CP off True Comet, that's always frustrating. But I can actually move all the way up here, and I'm going to Vital Cannon. Just to be safe. Oh, I have to steal this with Tita. It would be a crime to not show the animation in this case, and... Wow, okay, 1, that was good damage. 2, she shot that right in his mouth. Okay, yeah, here we go. Ragnard is preparing to use Art. So, this is actually a pretty powerful fire spell that hits the entire field. The thing is, though, this can actually be cancelled. So, it's really not that much of a problem. And in fact, I think we may actually have this already. No, he's just barely got HP left. But this should definitely do it. Yeah, definitely. And, okay, well, yeah, what a time to get Final Break 2. And Lictorice 2, nice. Didn't even need either of those for this fight, because yeah, like I said, this is actually a very easy battle. It's kind of weird after all the build-up, but I do legitimately consider this to be possibly the easiest boss in the game, which says more about how hard the prologue and early game is on hard mode, but yeah. So, I like the fact that the battle theme didn't even stop there, and Ragnar just didn't even animate to show his defeat. I like to think that it's implied that Ragnard's HP is like 100 times what's actually displayed in the battle. I love this. Agate's arguing basic guild pricing with the dragon. Ever the professional, Agate. Well, we actually have one with us, so I'm sure he could write some songs about all this. So, on the list of people who happen to know Cassius, like pretty much everyone, this ranks pretty up there in terms of strangeness. An ancient dragon from... who is over 1,000 years old. Knows Cassius Bright. Not only that, but Cassius actually fought him. I am amazed Ragnard is still alive. He actually held you back. Seems he's a complicated guy. Could you please try saying that again and not speak riddles, please? So, basically, Ragnard is kind of under an age-old contract with Adios not to directly interfere with mankind. And that means we don't get to have a super overpowered dragon on our side. There's actually kind of a bit more to Ragnard's deal and exactly what Ragnard is in a world-building sense, but I can't talk about that yet. Hopefully, though, we're able to get some kind of message out before the army starts shooting him as he leaves, not realizing he's friendly now. Well, that won't be necessary, thankfully. Dorothy, you might want to get your camera ready now. Yeah, definitely. Especially once you see the enormous gems that we have. Yeah, I love how Ragnard just goes ahead and basically offers to pay damages for all the destruction he caused. But this should definitely more than pay for the reconstruction. And what a note to end Chapter 5 on. So, can I just say, I love the second half of Chapter 5. The first half's a little slow, but the second half is just the point where things really kick off, and just everything is just so great. The Ragnard fight is pretty easy, I'll give it that, but from a story standpoint, it works well, and it's actually a nice breather after how brutally difficult the rest of the game is on hard mode. This is about the turning point where things do get a little bit more evened out, difficulty-wise. There are quite a lot of challenging boss fights coming up, but nothing feels really unfair from here on. And the character development in this chapter is amazing for Agate, Tita, even General Morgan. I completely forgot just how many great moments General Morgan had, but that moment at the end is just so good. Like, when you first meet the guy in FC, you don't expect him to have such development here, but he doesn't. Anyway, I love this chapter, I'll just say. And I love the next few chapters even more. Chapters 1 to 5 have been kind of formulaic, I'll give it that. Ouroboros is an experiment, we meet an enforcer, fight a boss that's kind of unrelated to them, and that's about it. Chapter 6 and on, that's when everything changes. And I've been really looking forward to getting to this part of the game. So, I hope you're looking forward to it too. See you all next time.